Alright y'all, I am backed up here. You're looking at the load up there on the hill to the right. And what I'm going to have to do is back down that little incline. Back of the trailer is probably going to have to come back almost as far as I am. Got to remember, I am 11 foot wide and 116 foot long front to rear. And just to the left there, if you follow those yellow divider lines, is the hill that we're going to have to go down. So, yeehaw, y'all get to take a look at my video here, because this is going to be my study guide for tonight, so I can prepare for the probably at least over an hour that it's going to take to bring this thing down this hill and out to the big road. This is just an old coal haulers road, nothing more, nothing less. We're going to just start out right down a real steep incline here. You can see now we've had rain for the past 2 days straight, and it's definitely softened up the road. But if it can handle these old coal haulers hauling ass up and down it for 50 years, I think we'll be all right. However, as you'll see as we get further down into this, there are some narrow sections. Now I'm bobtail, so I'm gonna go a little bit faster. I've also got some overhead lines I'm gonna have to watch out for. If you look over there on the left, you just saw some areas where the road's already been sinking down, where the water runs there into the creek. Creek, if you're from West Virginia or Kentucky. We'll wash the bows in the creek. Yeah, I know, somebody will get pissed about that. Sorry. There's one little culvert we're going to have to go across. That's not a big deal. First one, it's about a 1.5 wide bridge. Have to take a good swing at it. You can see that this is straight up old coal hauler road. We're now going past Water Tank, 13 Mile. There's the water tank up there with the flashing light. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's there. Water tank to the left and the little water house. No trespassing. Overhead lines that are going to probably cause me some issues as well. I'm going to have to take some small PVC pipe and use them as wire guides to run up and over that unit there, so that I don't yank anybody's phone line or cable line or power line down. People kind of get mad when you do that. You can see I got water running on both sides of the road. You can see these spots here where looks like the whole road was covered in water. You get too close to some of these edges here and you'll start finding out just how soft it really is as that pavement even gives way. There's about another 1.5 bridge going by 11 Mile substation. Another little box culvert we're going over. And of course, there's the substation up there. Yeah, another little culvert we're going over. One of these days I'm gonna have to invest in something that actually holds up the camera instead of just doing it by my arm. But I need this for my study guide, and I figure when I'm done with it, I'll probably share it with everybody. 10 Mile, you get Bog Yard Bridge. Now y'all remember, 116 foot long when I come into this. Water's actually gone down quite a bit since I came up here maybe about an hour ago. Some of these humps here that you kind of see coming up, I'm actually going to have to tower up just to get over them so I don't bottom out. Another thing that's going to slow me down. Lane bridge. Now this one I may have to pull the Jeep and then long neck it across here so that I can get across without tearing down the guardrail or falling off the side. Maybe. We shall see. Another low wire that I'm going to have issues with. And another low wire. Low branches. I'm gonna have to go out into that dirt there to the left to make the swing for this one. Probably can come back over into the dirt on the right, maybe. This one shouldn't be an issue. Possible tower up a little bit. Soft on the right. Tree branches overhead. Tree branch overhead. Wire. Narrow bridge shouldn't be too much of an issue though. Just rough. Another low wire. Water was over the road here. Section of town here, just kind of little coal miners town. Not a whole lot to it. There's a few really nice houses and then a lot of Ain't nobody home no more. However, vehicles, dogs. I haven't seen any kids out here, but I mean, come on, we got to be aware of the possibility. Especially when a big truck comes through the road, flashing lights, real slow. You know, I was a kid, I used to love coming running out to see that stuff. Plenty wide. Plenty clearance under that wire. We got low tree branches here. Here's probably going to be one of my toughest narrow bridges to cross right here. I'm going to have to come left as much as possible, and probably as I cross, hold left, or I'm going to have to drop the Jeep and long neck across, because that's something else right there. I got a foam pole guardrail and somebody's fence. That's going to be something right there. Pretty sure somebody's going to be upset if I have to take down their fence to make it across that bridge. But hey, we'll figure something out, right? That's what they pay me for. That's what I think of that. Vehicles on both sides. Low tree branches. Car coming across the rickety ass old whatever. Got a little bit of a lean to the right through here. Rail tracks on the left, leaning right, a little bit of weakness in it. Low tree branches, still leaning right. Real rough, possibly low wire, yeah, low wires. Low wires again. I'm gonna move over and let this car go by. A little bit of a lean to the left. Low tree branches all the way through, leaning to the right. Low tree branches, low tree branches. Still several low tree branches. I got wires and a lean to the right. There's going to be no wind in that. Plenty of low tree branches. Heavy lean to the right. Still several low tree branches, heavy lean to the right, coming out of the lean. Looks like I'm gonna have clearance on that wire. If I center up, I should be good around those tree branches. As you can see, if you look at the creek on the right, you can see the water level's been getting higher. We are down to 4 Mile now. There you can see, there's the creek. It's been getting bigger, and just in that little bit. Real weak on the right side here. Terrible pavement. But hey, it holds up for the coal miners, right? Or the coal haulers, I'm sorry. Tree branch. Plenty of clearance on the wire coming through an S. Car. Whoopsie. Leaning a little to the left, no big deal. Now that is still an active coal mine, with a train in there loading up as we speak. Got a car behind me. Get up here, I'll probably pull over again, let them by. See, rocks have been falling too. Zigman processing section of the mine. It's the Zigman mine. Mr. Zigman has pretty much bought up this whole area. And there's an old mine off to my right here, which would be, I guess, to my west. Either way, though, years ago, I had an explosion out there. Several miners never made it out. They're still down there. So, definitely something to think about. It's a shame for their families, for them, everybody involved. The gentleman that owned the mine is still in prison for not keeping up on safety standards. Right a little bit, getting into a little bit heavier lean. Probably need to stay left. Possible low wire. Lean to the right. Today the water was well over the road here, as you can see. So scraped up, brought a loader out here, got a lot of it cleaned up. You see debris right here over a little gully, plenty of broken pavement. Yeah, it is substantially tore up through here. This is going to be a hassle right here. Heavy lean right, coming in, extremely heavy lean left with an uphill and a hump. That's going to take a few minutes to traverse. Plenty of overhead issues. Again, 116 long, 15.4 tall, at over 100,000 pounds on the deck. You don't usually think about lean too much, but when you put that much weight and that high up in the air, you start leaning, you got issues. It starts becoming hard. It yanks on your trailer in certain directions. It doesn't maneuver like you want it to. It pulls, it leans, it drags. Your deck leans so far over, you start catching on the ground on the side it's leaning on. It gets to be hectic. And the trailer I'm using is a West Coast suspension style, so it's got a lot more flex than your typical trailer with just the nitro stinger on it. So here we are coming out to Junction 10. This bridge here is new, but it is weight restricted to 46 ton. We will be in excess, well, we'll be close to about 100 ton. So, see what the state has to say about that. Alrighty, folks, that was the journey I have to prepare for tomorrow, I'm hoping. Y'all have a good one.